Hello, everybody. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation by Railbookers on how we can customize your vacations to include rail, hotels, tours, and more. We had an exciting presentation this morning, a lot of good engagement and feedback from our customers, and we are happy to be able to speak with you today. And we hope to have something for you that is going to impress you, and we would love the opportunity to learn more about the types of vacations you're looking to take and what you would like to do when it comes to rail. My name is Kyle Smith, and I am your host today. I'm one of the business development executives here. And in a few minutes, I will explain exactly who we are, what we do, how we do more than just rail, and talk to you a lot about our popular European and Canadian packages that we have for 2019 and 2020. Now, before we get started, I would encourage you to have a piece of paper and a pen handy, and please take note of our reservations telephone number at the bottom of your screen at 888-829-3040. After this webinar, our travel consultants are standing by, and they are ready and eager to assist you with planning your next dream vacation. And in the go-to webinar box just to the right there is an ability for you to download some of our flyers that will have and other helpful handouts that will have the packages I will be talking about today and much more. And if you have any questions throughout this webinar presentation, go ahead and put those into the question box. I am monitoring that in real time, and I will be more than happy to provide you all an answer in the order in which I receive them towards the end of the session, but feel free to ask anytime. Now, just a little bit about who we are. We are part of the Yankee Leisure Group Incorporated, which probably won't mean much to you, but you may recognize our sister company, Amtrak Vacation. So real quickly here, our entire organization, the Yankee Leisure Group Incorporated, is a privately held tour operator based in Boston, Massachusetts, and we specialize in fully independent rail vacations all around the world. North America, Europe, Asia, Australia, and now South Africa. So that is what we're known for, is international rail vacations. And of course, we do that through domestically through our sister company, Amtrak Vacations, headquartered in Boston. And they have great packages to the national parks, our major metropolitan cities. And Railbookers is the international rail vacations brand for Canada, Europe, and beyond. So no matter where you're looking to go by rail, our entire organization can assist you. And these are the 2019 2020 brochures that you can request online at railbookers.com or amtrakvacations.com, or give us a call and we'll go ahead and get those out to you so you can have those handy. Now, today's presentation is going to be about Railbookers for Europe and Canada, and we have 3 additional brochures for you guys to choose from. Our generic one on the left will have the majority of our European products. We have a dedicated brochure for Eurostar vacations. The Eurostar is a high-speed rail that goes from London to Paris and throughout Western Europe, and all of the packages are in there are in conjunction with the Eurostar. Via Rail Vacations for Canada. So if you're looking to do the Canadian Rockies by rail on the Via Rail or the Rocky Mountaineer, or if you want to go across Canada, I will be sharing those packages with you today, and the brochure will have all that for you as well. Italy, of course, a very big destination for us, so we have a dedicated brochure for Trenitalia Vacations, Italy's high-speed rail service. And you can request these online or give us a call. Now, I do want to highlight the European network map. This is what we're known for in the travel industry world. We are the leading supplier for international rail travel. We know the system better than anybody. We know where the trains go, where they connect, and how long it's going to take to get from, let's say, Paris to Barcelona, or from Barcelona to Italy. Whatever it is you're looking to do, we can make this very easy for you because we provide a one-stop shop booking source for you. Now, as you can see here, just about every country has its own high-speed rail service. So the questions we're always getting asked is, where do they go? Where do the trains go? How do they connect? Are there forced nights? What are the baggage guidelines? How does it all work? And rail is just not something that most people think about when they're planning a vacation. Unless you're going to Europe, you'll likely be on the rail at some point, even if it's just to get from one city to another, to head to the airport. But rail is almost always involved when traveling independently in Europe. So we want to simplify the booking process for you by doing all the legwork for you. And we'll talk a little bit more about that here shortly. Here is the Canadian network map. This could be found on the inside cover page of our Via Rail Vacations brochure. Same thing with the European map in our generic brochure. So the Via Rail goes all over Canada from west to east and up through the Northeast corridor. Now, Via Rail's most popular route is the Canadian line. That's the red line going across the center of your screen. That will go through the heart of the Canadian Rockies, taking you all the way across Canada into Toronto or the other way around. And of course, if you're looking to visit Niagara Falls or the Northeast Corridor, let us know so we can put together your next vacation. So what can Railbookers provide? We're going to go deep into these key areas of how we have insider access to the rail, how we can book pre and post cruise travel for you if you're looking to do that. But first, let's first define what a rail vacation is. Like I mentioned a moment ago, most people don't associate a train with a vacation, but it's no different than any other vacation package that is out there in the marketplace, whether you're booking through an airline or a rental car company. Uh, they all can piece together the journey for the transportation as well as accommodations and sightseeing, and we do the exact same thing, but except you're on a train. So whatever the rail journey is, whether it's in one country or several countries, we will include accommodations for you, hotels, sightseeing activities, and much more. And this is what we call fully independent travel, meaning that you're on your own. We provide all the logistics for you, but this is not an escorted program. So you don't have a tour guide the entire time. So you need to be able to travel independently if you want to work with us. But a lot of customers like the freedom and flexibility to arrange their own travel. So that's what we give you. Now, one thing we can do for you that you're not going to be able to do yourself, or if you go through any other type of avenue to put together rail travel, is a 2-year booking window for all European high-speed rail, as well as in Canada and in the USA. So, for example, if you're looking to go to Europe next year and you want to travel by train in between cities and countries, let's say you're looking to go next June and you're planning early, you're not going to be able to book your rail until 60 to 45 days before departure. This is where we come in because we give you a 24-month booking window. We have direct contracts with all the high-speed rail companies. So no matter when you're looking to travel in a 2-year period, we can secure your rail and your accommodations right now. Now, flexibility is another reason why customers book with us because if you're looking at a package in our brochure or online, those are not set in stone packages. It's not what you see is what you get. You can have it any which way. So as we're going through the presentation today, if there's any two things you take away from the presentation, I want it to be that we can book rail 2 years out, and that we are flexible. We can customize any itinerary or even build one from the ground up. So if you would like us to add additional rail, if you'd like us to add extra hotel nights in any of our cities, let us know and we will go ahead and do that for you. So if you're looking at our Ultimate London and Paris package online, this is a very popular one for us. Oftentimes we're customizing it to go beyond London and Paris, maybe up to Amsterdam or down into Spain or Italy or Switzerland, whatever the case may be. We can certainly do that. You can give us a call right now and say you're looking at this package, but I'd like to add a trip out to Amsterdam or Germany or whatever the case may be. And our team will go ahead and put that together for you so you can start and finish wherever you'd like. So let's talk about river cruises for a minute. River cruises are a very popular vacation product in Europe, and I have no doubt that you've looked into that yourselves, or an ocean cruise somewhere in Europe. Very popular, of course, but a lot of customers have the rationale or the mindset as if I'm going to travel all the way to Europe to go on a cruise, On the Rhine River cruise from Amsterdam to Basel, I want to see as much as I can along the way and even before or after the trip. So we've put together a couple of quick packages in Switzerland where we were building a lot of itineraries from the ground up in conjunction with a Rhine River cruise. So for example, the package over here on the left, our Zermatt and St. Moritz tour. This is a great pre or post cruise travel because the package includes the Swiss rail out of Basel to Zermatt for a 2-night stay, and we include your hotels. You'll then take the Glacier Express all the way to St. Moritz, and then you'll be on the Bernina Express crossing over into Italy before returning to Zurich. So you can make your flight home or wherever else is you're looking to travel. So these are great packages in conjunction with river cruises. Now, we also do a lot of ocean pre and post cruise travel as well, and these are some of the major cruise ports around the world where we tend to do a lot of customized itineraries revolving around that. Now, one thing we have that nobody else has is rail expertise, and we know because we go. Each year, we send our team members across the globe to experience our top-selling packages, as well as experience the train ride. So we are really in the know when you give us a call. We know what it really means to travel on the trains. Right now, we have team members in all over Italy. We have people going to Ireland, Switzerland, Norway, are basically our largest sellers. And so we know the trains backwards and forwards. So we'll tell you everything you need to know. And you're going to be speaking to a consultant who has likely been to the destination or been on the train that you're inquiring about. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into our packages. Now, I'm going to first start with the packages and the cities. I do have photos of all the key trains that we operate with, and I'm saving those for the end of the presentation. So this may be a little redundant for you if you've been to some of these countries, but I do want to share with you how all this comes together. So our first package is the classic Italy and the Swiss Alps, and this tour will begin in Rome for a 3-night stay. Now, with our hotels, we are contracted with 3, 4, and 5-star rated properties. So no matter what your budget is, we're going to be able to accommodate you. Now, the hotels we select are within the city center. So in Rome, for example, a lot of our hotels are right across the street from the train station, making it easy for you to get to and from. And of course, you're right in the heart of the city, right near the key attractions. And like I mentioned before, our tours include sightseeing activities. So in Rome, you'll have a guided tour of the Vatican, the Sistine Chapel, as well as the Colosseum. And you'll have to make your way to the starting point for that tour, but our documentation will provide you with the address of where you need to go. And then you'll be on a guided tour all around the big city. And again, flexibility, independent travel, so you can stay for 3 nights or more and do the things you guys want to do. Now, your next destination is going to be Florence, which is only a couple-hour train ride on the high-speed Trenitalia. So upon arrival into Florence, you guys will make your way to your hotel and get checked in for 2 nights. While in town, we include admission to the Uffizi Museum and Gallery, which is right in the city center, a very ancient historic museum, and we include the get in front of the line passes for that. And as we all probably know, Italy is one of the most sought out after destinations in all of Europe, especially in the summer. These cities are busy with people traveling, so our tours include getting in front of all the lines, which is something you will not be able to get if you're trying to book all this together yourself. So 2 nights in Rome, or excuse me, Florence. So you have the museum admission, and we do have all the winery tours and the cooking classes. If you're interested in that, just let us know what you're looking to do. Milan is the next destination on this package, and that's again just a couple hours on the high-speed train. So upon arrival, this is the train station right in the city center. Our hotels are on the outskirts of this particular area, a mile or 2 at the most. And you're in town for 1 night, so no activities are included. But I visited Milan last year. It's a great city. We enjoyed just walking around, and the nightlife is pretty entertaining. Sort of has a New York City Times Square mentality. And nightlife with people walking around, on-street entertainment. It's really a lively night city as well. Now, after Milan, your next destination is St. Moritz. So what you're going to do is you're going to get back on the Trenitalia in Milan, and you're going to take the train to Tirano, Tirano. So not Toronto like in Canada. It's just opposite the border to Switzerland, and you'll then get on the scenic train called the Bernina Express, which I'll have photos of here in a few minutes. And that's going to take you over the border into Switzerland, going through the Swiss Alps, and you'll stay 2 nights in this great city. Now, it's going to feel like you've entered a completely different part of Europe because St. Moritz is a very small Swiss town right along this giant, beautiful lake, and it has tourism, but it's not a major city like Rome or Venice or anything like that. So you're going to feel like you're on a getaway vacation after experiencing Italy. And of course, you're in fresh, clear air, and we have no activity scheduled in St. Moritz for you, but you can roam the city, check out the cathedrals, sleep in, and do the things you guys want to do. The next destination is Grindelwald, just outside of Interlaken. So you'll get on the Glacier Express, you'll head over into Interlaken before heading down into Grindelwald for a 2-night stay. While you're in town, you're going to get to do the very popular Jungfrau Railway, which goes to the top of Jungfraujoch, just outside of Interlaken. And it's known as the top of Europe. It's one of the more popular items to do while visiting Switzerland. Zurich is the next destination and the final stop along this great package, and you'll cap it off with a 2-night stay in this great city, making it convenient for you to travel back home or wherever it is you're looking to go in Europe. So we include a city card for you so you guys can get into the top attractions. And that is our classic Italy and the Swiss Alps. It's a 15-day itinerary, 14-night hotel accommodations with all your rail and sightseeing included, and starting at one low price of $26.49 at a going rate. Now, the next package I want to introduce you guys to is the European Wonderland Tour. So if you're looking to travel pretty heavily throughout Europe, maybe you're not sure what you want to do yet, but rail is something you're interested in. Europe and rail just goes together like salt and pepper, so most people know they automatically want to kind of try out the rail system. This would be a package to consider because you're going to see Italy, Switzerland, Austria, the Czech Republic, and Germany all in one vacation. So I'll go a little faster through the first half here since we've already discussed Italy and Switzerland, but the journey begins with 1 night in Milan. You'll then take the Bernina Express to St. Moritz for a few nights, and then you'll head up on the Swiss rail to Zurich. Now you're going to go ahead and shoot over into Salzburg, where you will spend your next 2 nights in Austria. So now you will be going through the Austrian Alps, which is very scenic coming out of Zurich. It's about a 5-hour train ride, and it's a direct train, so we can book you in first class or standard or whatever class of service you're wanting. Upon arrival into Salzburg, your 2-night stay capped off with a hop-on, hop-off tour. So if you've ever been to New York City or Chicago or London, you've seen those double-decker buses. You can get on and get off anywhere you'd like. And Salzburg will include the city card, so you guys can do the Sound of Music activities and many other museums to check out, all included with your city card. Vienna is the next destination. That's a couple hours away on the high-speed rail, and it's a direct train right into Vienna, so making it easy to get into the city. You'll stay 2 nights in this great city with hop-on, hop-off tour, as well as a city card, so you guys can go check out all the popular activities. You'll find that we do a lot of city cards because they include multiple options for you guys to do sightseeing. And because we're an independent tour operator, we want to give you that freedom and that flexibility for you guys to do what you want. Prague is the next destination, again, just a couple hours away outside of Austria. And you'll get checked into Prague for 2 nights at your hotel right within the city center. You can do a harbor cruise, museum admissions, a lot of cathedrals to go check out, and of course the city card is included for you. Munich is the final destination on this package. So Munich is becoming really well known for Oktoberfest and all these great other activities. But the city itself, outside of that, has a lot of great attractions to see. The city card gets you into all the museums. There's over 100 different museums you can visit, everything from art galleries to World War II history and everything in between. And we do have a hop on, hop off tour for you, so that way you can get around the busy city. So that's our European Wonderland 14-day itinerary with all your rail, hotels, and sightseeing included. Okay, the next package is going to be our Grand Barcelona, Seville, and Madrid. This is a great round trip. This is a really good round robin tour of Spain. So if that's something you're looking to do, sort of like a rain in Spain, this is a great package to consider. It will begin with a 3-night stay in Barcelona. Hop on, hop off tour, the city card immediately at your disposal, and lots of activities to do. The nightlife is quite entertaining as well. The food is absolutely incredible. Spain is definitely a very historic country to visit. So after your 3 nights in Barcelona, you're going to get on the high-speed rail for the couple-hour train ride down into Seville, where you'll stay for 3 nights. And in Seville, hop on, hop off, city card, many museums and exhibits to visit, and a lot of the tours that we offer with the castles and everything, those are all guided. So that's where it becomes sort of like an escorted program. You're on a guided tour so you can learn about the history of all the museums you're visiting and much more. Madrid is the final destination on this package, just a couple hours away on the train, and you'll end our package here with 3 nights with all the popular sightseeing activities that we've been talking about. So that's our Grand Barcelona, Seville, and Madrid. This again is a 9-day itinerary, but if you'd like to extend the trip elsewhere or reduce or add nights, let us know as we can do that for you. Okay, Canada is a package I want to discuss with you. One of our most popular ones, the Canadian Rail Experience, going from Toronto to Vancouver. Now, we have this package in any which order. You can start in Toronto and go to Vancouver, or you can go from Vancouver to Toronto. It's up to you, of course. But the main reason why this package exists, because if you're a rail enthusiast, going across Canada is a bucket list itinerary for train lovers like myself. So this package is designed to be primarily on the train. We do include pre and post hotels in Toronto and Vancouver, and in conjunction with the train. So this journey, this particular package will begin in Toronto for a 1-night stay. And more of a pre-night to get on the Via Rail heading west. Now the trains out of Toronto heading across country do not depart on a daily basis. There are usually only one train that will do this. So it is important to have a night, maybe two, if you'd like to extend the trip in Toronto, in case you're flying in, or if you're on the Amtrak going to Toronto, which is something we can do for you. But Toronto is a great city. We include the hop on, hop off tour and the city card, so you guys can get into the CN Tower, which is that big tower to the right, and many other great activities. The Union Station for Via Rail and Amtrak is centrally located, and our hotels are within 5 to 10 minutes of the train station. Now, of course, the real journey begins on board the Via Rail. So going all the way to Vancouver is a 4-night journey consecutively on the Via Rail. The scenery is absolutely breathtaking. And one of the reasons why people travel with us is because the train experience is part of the vacation, even though it is the means of transportation. But the scenery changes by the day when you're going across Canada. One day it'll be a little more flat with rolling hills. The next day you have the mountain peaks, the bridges and tunnels like you're seeing in this slide. And then of course you enter the popular Canadian Rockies. Now this package is designed to go clear through the Rockies into Vancouver. But if you'd like to get off in Jasper and head down to Banff or Lake Louise, let us know, because we do have a package that sort of breaks out the Cross Canada tour. So upon arrival into Vancouver 4 days later, we include a 2-night stay with the hop on, hop off tour so you guys can roam the city. Okay, so that's the Canadian Rail experience from Toronto to Vancouver, and I do have the onboard accommodations on Via Rail here for us to go through together because you'll likely be spending the night on this train, especially if you're wanting to see the Rockies. Now, Via Rail has 4 levels of service, and I'll quickly take you through these. The first one's the economy seating, and economy seating has a different feel compared to the airlines. And there, for example, there's no middle seat when you're traveling on the train in economy. You're either on the window or you're on the aisle. You have a lot more leg room, and the chairs recline back at a 45-degree angle. And of course, you're not confined to your seat. You can get up and roam the train, head over to the observation car, the snack car, and just spend quality time with friends and family. Now, if you're going to be spending the night on the train, the first upgrade option you have available to you is a berth. And a berth is a basic sleeping accommodation that gives you access to a full bed as well as a shower. And all your meals are included on the train. Now, the price differential is it is obviously more expensive, but it's not out of line either. It's not outrageous. And this gives you the basic amenities of a hotel, and it will certainly immediately increase the quality of the train trip. Now, Via Rail offers cabins. So if you're a solo traveler, you can get yourself a cabin for yourself. You'll have your full bathroom. You'll have a bathroom in the room. The shower's just down the hall, and all your meals are included in the dining car. And your room car attendant will make those reservations for you. If you're traveling with your spouse or a friend, a relative, whatever the case may be, you can get a cabin for two, and you'll have the bunk bed style beds. They're very comfortable. I stayed in a cabin for two a couple of years ago. Was impressed with the quality of the bedding. And of course, there's a nice, easy step ladder so you can get into the top bunk without too much hassle. You'll have your own room car attendant whom will plan your meal reservations in the dining car. And you're not confined to your cabin either. You can roam the train and go to the Via Rail's many observation cars while you're on board the train. Now, if you are a 5-star traveler, you may want to look at the Prestige class, Via Rail's highest upgrade amenity. This is going to be on the very back of the train, so very secluded, and it is certainly a 5-star experience. The cabin is 50% larger than a cabin for two. You'll have a full bathroom and shower in the cabin, a standard queen bed, your own room car attendant who's available 24 hours a day, your own observation car, as well as your own bar and lounge area. And your meals are going to be provided in the dining car as well. And this is the Prestige class on board the Via Rail. Here we are up in Canada just recently on board the Via Rail on a familiarization trip. You can get a little bit of the dining car in there, the onboard restaurant. We all had a great time. This is, even though Via Rail is the commuter rail for Canada, kind of like the Amtrak for the US, it's a very classy rail service. Okay, now taking our attention back over into Europe, I want to highlight the high-speed rail as well as the scenic luxury trains. So here's the Eurostar for you, the London to Paris route that goes underneath the English Channel, and this train is definitely been upgraded many times. The train now includes complimentary Wi-Fi. It is a commuter rail, so you'll notice a lot of business people on this train, sort of like the Acela here in the Northeast for Amtrak. It is a commuter rail. We can book any class of service from the standard to standard premier and business premier, which would include meals and complimentary Wi-Fi. Here's some interior shots of the train. You've got your standard and standard premier options available for you. As you can see, it's a very comfortable train. Meals are often provided no matter what time of the day you're on the train. And if you're going out of the big cities like London to Paris, multiple departures per day for this train, so we can put you on at any time. Here's the Trenitalia for Italy. Like the Eurostar, it has multiple accommodations on board as well as daily departures, many departures per day out of the larger cities, Rome, Florence, Venice, for example. And I do have some interior shots of the train. Here's the standard or the first class options on the left. You have the ability to have meals on board the train, plenty of room to store your luggage. And on the right, it would be the Trenitalia's First Class Plus accommodations, where you have comfortable seating that reclines back at a 45-degree angle, and Wi-Fi is included, newspapers, and of course, basic meals. Okay, now on to the scenic trains. This is the Glacier Express in Switzerland that goes through the heart of the Swiss Alps. So panoramic windows line both sides of the train. There are 3 classes of service. I think I have some photos. Yep. So here on the Glacier Express, you can do standard, first class, or the new excellent class. So the photo on the right was one that I took of the first class options. Everything's all included, everything from your meals. You're able to roam the train, and you can sit across from another couple if you're traveling with them. And these are seat assigned itineraries, so or tickets, I should say. So your meals are going to be provided, and you can roam the train. Here is the Bernina Express. That'll take you over the border into Italy, vice versa. This train's a little bit more basic. It does include the standard and the first class options, and panoramic windows so you can take in the bridges and tunnels as you're on board the scenic train. Okay, so as we start to wind down the presentation a little bit here, some other popular itineraries that we really didn't cover today, but you can find them all on railbookers.com. We have the Venice Simplon Orient Express, very well-known train if you're a train buff like I am. So we book that one here almost on a daily basis. We have a Rome, Florence, and Venice tour you can look at, as well as additional Canadian packages that bring in the Rocky Mountaineer. So what can Rail Bookers provide you? Well, independent vacations, insider access to the rail, any pre or post river or ocean cruise travel you're looking to do, we can set you up with that and provide you with the rail expertise that you're desiring. So if you've ever attempted to plan European rail yourself, it could be a daunting task depending on what you want to do. Get the experts involved and we will make it easy for you. If you go to our website, you can look under trip planning. A lot of great resources could be found there. Our special offers are also online. You can save anywhere of up to $100 to $200 off per couple on select packages year-round. However, right now, as a special thank you for joining today's webinar, we have a special upgrade just for you, an exclusive attendee offer at $100 off your next booking. So what you do is once we log off here, you will be emailed a certificate. If you decide to book with us, you'll save $100. And of course, that will also apply with any other discounts that your package automatically has. So if you select a package that has $200 off already, you can add in the additional 100 and save yourself $300. But your booking needs to be booked by August the 14th. And of course, the travel can happen either anytime this year, or into 2020. So the next question is usually how to book. Well, a couple of ways you can do it. You can give us a call directly. Our team members are standing by. They'll be happy to assist you. You can visit our website for package ideas, or you can go visit your local travel agent. I always favor travel agents because they will book your airfare for you. They'll handle all of your documentation, and they have decades of experience putting together complicated vacations. Okay, give me a moment here to catch my breath, and I did see the question box lighting up, so I'm going to go ahead and start to browse that. If you can give me just a moment here, and I will answer your questions. So Casey is with us asking us which European city is the first slide taken in? The first slide. Was that for the first package, Casey? If so, that would have been Rome. Estella is with us today, and she's saying, can I book my own hotels and reduce the price of the package that way? I suppose you could, Estella. I'm sure you can find some third-party booking site, Expedia, or I can't think of any others offhand. I'm sure if you really did some homework, you could probably save a few bucks, in all honesty. but you're going to have to piece the rail and the hotels and everything together. We don't book just rail only tickets here. We are a tour operator, so rail and hotel is our minimum. So Dixie is with us saying, can travel agents book packages on the website or by phone only? So Dixie, that'll be by phone only because we don't hold space without a deposit. So I would encourage you to browse our packages. You can look at starting prices, but if you have a customer that you're representing, obviously, give us a quick call, and that way we can check the dates they want and give you a live price, but we don't hold space without a deposit. Okay, let's see here. Gail is with us and says, do you purchase the rail tickets direct with the train operator? We do, Gail, absolutely. We have insider access to all the European rail, so that way we can give you guys a 2-year booking window, and we have that relationship with all the high-speed rail companies. Casey's talking about the title slide. For you know what, I'd have to go back and look at that, but I can bring that up here in a few minutes. Let's see here. Casey's also asking us, are deposits on rail and hotel packages refundable? So deposits are not, but the difference of trip protection and the deposit is. So if you have trip protection on our package, you'll get fully refunded the total package minus the cost of trip protection, which is also included with the deposit. Okay. All right, let's see here. Bob is asking us about Ireland, if that's a destination that we can do by rail. Absolutely. I'll be heading to Ireland myself in September with some of my coworkers on a familiarization trip. So I'm looking forward to it personally. But yes, Ireland is a very busy destination when it comes to rail. The Irish rail is affordable, it's efficient, and we have packages that go all around Ireland and anywhere else you're looking to go. Stacy is with us asking us about a little bit more in depth of Switzerland. Do you have a tour that goes all around Switzerland? We certainly do, Casey. In fact, it was on one of our previous slides of other popular itineraries. Not sure if you caught it, but it's the scenic Switzerland out of Zurich or Basel. It has all the luxury trains and all the key cities. It's a 10-day itinerary. That may be something to look at. Okay, very good. All right. Well, good stuff, guys. Casey's asking us about the FAM trip in Ireland. Unfortunately, our FAM trips are only for our employees at this time. We don't have them available for travel agents, but that is being talked about. All right, let me make sure I give you guys our business hours real quick. We are open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific, so you can always get us on the phone. If I can ask you guys two quick questions. Number one, are any of you guys planning a European rail vacation right now for this year or sometime in 2020? If so, if you can give me the city or the countries you're looking to visit, just so I can have an idea. Okay, Italy, Spain, France, Scotland. Oh, wow, it's pretty diversified here. Very good. Okay. And we do have packages for the United Kingdom and Scotland, guys. Of course, I couldn't go through everything we offer, but that is all on our website for you to browse on your own. And did you guys get out of this presentation with what you were hoping to gain? Oh, very good. Oh, I appreciate that, guys. Excellent. Very good. I do have another webinar session, by the way, at 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 Central, 5 Eastern. If you'd like to replug back in, if you showed up late, the webinar is being recorded. If you'd like to request the recording, give us a call and our team will go ahead and get that out to you. Looks like Thomas wants to go to Poland. Very good. Yeah, we have packages that do just that. Absolutely. Good stuff. Is there anything else, guys, before I go ahead and log off? Okay. And Dixie, real quickly here, I do know you're a travel agent. We do have travel agent webinars every Wednesday. So if you'd like to get plugged into those, I'll make sure that those invites get sent your way. And we'll talk about everything that's relevant for that, as well as the trains and the key destinations and so on. So that's available for you guys as well. Well, guys, thank you for taking the time this afternoon. I wanted to keep it kind of quick to be mindful of your schedules, and I hope to see you guys here very soon. Will do. Gail, looks like you're a travel agent as well. Yes, I am one of the business development reps here, so I will make a point to reach out to you guys personally. Probably not today. It'll likely be tomorrow, and learn more about the types of travel you guys put together and how we can help you. So, guys, have a great afternoon. Have a good night, and thank you for your time. Take care.